Hi, everyone, and welcome to 5 and 5, the video series where Complete Discovery Source teams up with Relativity to break down 5 essential eDiscovery questions in just 5 minutes. I'm Mike Milicevic, Vice President of eDiscovery Product and Solution at CDS, and I'm joined by Will Kelly, Head of Government, Risk, and Compliance at Relativity. Today, we're going to be talking about how Relativity protects your sensitive data while leveraging the latest and greatest generative AI with their aiR product suite. So let's dive in, Will. First question. We know that aiR was built on RelativityOne, which already has a strong reputation for security. But how does aiR leverage RelOne's existing security framework?
Absolutely, and thanks for having me. aiR was built on top of the same robust security posture that RelativityOne already relies on. There's a wealth of information we can dive into based on the security in-depth principles we follow, but some highlighted postures include strong network security controls, continuous vulnerability management, penetration testing, and external validation of those controls to ensure they're appropriately functioning.
Got it. I'm sure we could probably spend an hour on each one of those bullet points, but we only have 5 minutes. We're going to try and stick to that time. It's great to start with such a strong and secure foundation using RelOne, but what happens when data moves out of Relativity for aiR analysis? How is that data secured?
Yeah, great question. Data is sent to Azure's OpenAI for temporary processing. aiR for review jobs are temporary with no persistent data retention. Jobs all stay within the authorization boundary of RelativityOne and Azure. Access into RelativityOne by Relativity is done with an award-winning just-in-time access model, where access is authorized only to assets needed and when a need arises.
Got it. So, I know that our clients will definitely be reassured to hear that these are temporary jobs that stay within those authorized boundaries of RelativityOne, Microsoft Azure. But I'm guessing there's probably a lot more to it than that. What extra steps has Relativity taken to protect customer data with aiR?
While Azure offers a strong compliance posture to build RelativityOne and aiR for review upon, it does introduce additional challenges as it relates to data handling practices. Microsoft ensures that it doesn't reuse any inputs or outputs into Azure OpenAI to improve its products. Relativity has leveraged its relationship with Microsoft to opt out of Microsoft's abuse monitoring and human review options, continuing to put the privacy of our customers' data first and foremost.
All right, so customers using aiR get all the great benefits of OpenAI models while protecting their own inputs and outputs from reuse, and also opting out of those standard compliance monitoring features. That all sounds like a pretty great deal to me. But how can you use and extract the benefits of such a powerful LLM without actually sending your data back to that model?
Yeah, Azure OpenAI brings the benefit of OpenAI without having to utilize OpenAI. Azure's LLMs bring the security and privacy one can expect with Azure without the need to bring in an additional party. Further, when OpenAI makes updates to its AI toolings, Azure gets the benefit of these without having to supply data to improve them, providing significant gain to Relativity and its customers while introducing negligible data reuse risk.
Awesome. All right, we've reached the very last question here. We're going to still do this under 5 minutes, I think. So we know security and data protection is at the heart of RelativityOne's design. And we've learned a lot today about the proactive data protection measures that Relativity has put in place with aiR. So how does Relativity continue to balance both the need for innovation while also maintaining and even advancing its already strong security posture?
Great question. By tackling it at the design phase. By security and engineering collaborating together through the software development lifecycle process, we ensured our network security, configuration management, privacy controls, and other security controls were implemented as part of the product design and implementation process, not squeezed in at the end of the process. Additionally, you can rely on limited third parties processing your data via aiR for review. Only RelativityOne and its authorized subprocessor, Azure, handles your customer data. Relativity does not reuse your inputs and outputs. That is your data.
Awesome. Will, we made it. Thanks so much for walking us through how aiR for review keeps data private and secure, all without compromising the great power of AI. It's also great to hear how data security has really been woven into the DNA of Relativity's software development lifecycle. And of course, we're always excited and looking forward to hear about what's coming next. And to everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. We've got more great AI and eDiscovery insights coming your way soon. So please keep an eye out for the next episode of 5 and 5, and we'll see you next time.